Hi everyone, it's Dean from Backman Builders. We've got Anthony from Outlier Studio and also both of us from Build Insight. Anthony, we're at our red brick renovation. This has been a special project and a special journey. Let's talk about it.
Sure, thanks Dean. This home is far from your typical Australian home, although it is one of the most common scenarios that's existing. So in Australia, we have around just over 10 million existing homes, and most of those are in dire need of some performance upgrades. And we're going to walk through today and showcase some of the details that we've introduced into this home to increase its livability, make it more energy efficient and more healthy. This home's going to be open as part of Sustainable House Day, so please keep an eye out for the details on that. But from now, let's go introduce you to our client, Kerryn, and walk you through the home.
Come on in.
Hey Anthony.
Hey Kerryn.
Come on in, great to see you. You're probably wondering why I'm wearing this get-up.
I very much am, yes.
It's because I wanted to show you what this house was like before I moved in. I know we've talked about it, what it felt like when I bought this house, and it had no insulation, it had drafty windows. It was freezing cold, and this is what I wore to work.
No one should have to wear that many clothes to work inside their own home.
No, that's what I thought too. So let's have a chat and a talk about what we've done to fix that.
I would love to. Well, Kerryn, much more comfortable now.
Much more comfortable now.
I really want to hear your journey story. So when you first moved in, the home, as you described it before, was pretty basic. Maybe some people might call it shelter as opposed to a house. But there was also the gardens. They were pretty much non-existent. If it's okay, can you maybe just explain to me or walk me through what you did and why you did it?
It was very much an incremental process. The very first thing I did was have some extra ceiling insulation installed. And the difference that alone made was immediate.
I remember my first impressions being that you were so well educated and had researched, so thoroughly into what would be the best value to performance ratio. I mean, you're right with ceiling insulation. That is the number one improvement that anyone can do to their home that will give, for probably the least amount of money. It's one of the more affordable things you can do for the best performance outcome. So when we met, I think you pretty much had gotten this home to a point where it was great. It really was. But it wasn't done yet. So from there, we actually tested your home to see where it stood as far as air tightness goes, and we used thermography to have a look at that as well, the thermal camera. And I believe with the blower door test that we sort of were sitting around 22, 23 air changes an hour.
That's right.
Which is still considered fairly leaky. So there's a lot of that heated or conditioned air inside your home escaping in the winter and vice versa in the summer months. So from there, what do we implement? What was it that we did specifically from there?
When I first approached Outlier, you're right. I'd got to the house to the point where it was reasonably comfortable, but I knew that it was leaky still, and it was ugly. It was a comfortable, very comfortable house, but it wasn't a beautiful house. So I approached you with a view to making improvements in both those areas, and the air tightness was the number one thing that we addressed. And I am absolutely thrilled with the results, but you're best placed to explain how we got there.
Certainly. Well, the first thing that was encouraging was your desire to repurpose and I suppose use recycled, reclaimed materials wherever possible. So the light fixtures throughout the home, or not all, but some, from the existing home, and the floors are all reclaimed as well. It's fantastic, beautiful natural hardwood flooring. As we wrapped and sealed and made the flooring airtight, we're able to then put a new lining down there, and it certainly has created a really light-filled sort of natural tone in here. It's beautiful, really. I mean, it absolutely is. Anyone I'm sure who's been in here can speak to that when they first walk in, they have a feeling of calmness or tranquility, and they just the finishes just very much assist with that as well, I think.
As you know, Anthony, this little guy, Captain, has played a starring role in my reno I needed him to be able to get outside into his cat run at night, and the only way that that could happen was by leaving the bathroom window open all night. And when it's -2 outside, that's not very good for retaining your heat inside.
Not at all.
So the cat doors that we ended up sourcing actually are from the UK, and they are rated for use in passive house construction, very airtight, and I've been very happy with them.
With airtight homes, we've got to start to consider products and ways that we can maintain that airtightness. And the cat doors that you've sourced do exactly that. You know, they are constructed or manufactured to be airtight, and we've blower door tested those, and you know, they are, which is great. We've looked at the internal ventilation strategy in combination with a smart humidity extraction fan in your bathroom. So that fan will actively turn on and stay operating until the humidity level does drop to a rate that's acceptable to keep that below 60%.
And what I like about that system is that I barely notice it. It just does its own thing in the background. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to control it. It's just there.
Well, Dean, I'm so thrilled to have been able to show everyone through today, talk with Kerryn, and just listen to her journey. It's been a pretty amazing experience for you as well and your team. So.
It's been a fantastic journey being involved with Kerryn's home. We've really taken it with the incremental steps that Kerryn had put in place to then take over the home, work with Outlier, Kerryn, all the team at Backman Builders, to now stand in a space that Kerryn can flourish in for many years to come. We've been around a fair few times just to pop in and say hello, and it's been more than just a build. We've made friendships out of it, and the experience is one that we'll cherish. It's also a place where it's just super calm, so we might pop in from time to time to enjoy the tranquil experience of Kerryn's house.
Yeah, and look, I really do hope that this particular project, the Red Brick Reno, is inspirational for you and your home, and that you can learn from it and find those steps that you need to be able to take to be able to have the similar or same outcomes or desires that you're looking for. You're going to be able to come and have a look at this home yourselves very soon. It will be open as part of the Sustainable House Day, so please do keep an eye out for the dates and times that will be occurring, and we really look forward to seeing you all there.